God, that's gonna be big. Yay! That's actually very good that you remembered to do that because let's face it, everybody had a problem with it. And I have people, oh gosh, that was funny. I think Jessica was on it, she just fell off. So she'll be back on in a minute. Watch what happens. So here we go. Explora Journeys, this was really neat for us because we came on board and we were just not prepared for what we found kind of as we came on board the ship. When you get on board the ship, the first thing you need to know is that Explora Journeys is nothing short of ultra luxury. This is an ultra luxury ocean voyage. It is nothing, I don't even know how to draw a comparison to it.
I'm not sure either. So,
Well, and here's the thing, I will let you know the way I interpret everything here is I want you to think of Explora Journeys as luxury at sea redefined. It is completely different than anything you've ever seen. And the attention to detail here is amazing. I mean, seriously, all the way down to the housekeeping carts match are decorated and done in a way that they actually match the doors
right.
and the exterior hallways. I mean, there's every tiny little thing has been thought of. You will not want for anything on the ship by any stretch. One thing that I will warn you about, you could gain 20 pounds pretty darn easy. Okay. I'm letting you know that this is a dangerous place for me when it comes to the food. But Explorer Journey started, this is really the evolution and the ambition for the MSC group and the Aponte family. So it is they wanted to design a luxury ocean travel experience. The Aponte family itself has records dating back for over 300 years, demonstrating their seafaring expertise with a passion and respect for the sea. So, the whole point of this journey and their slogan really is ocean state of mind. And the thing I want to point out, Explore Journeys is an actual journey. Everything about it is a journey. And it is just amazing to me because as you get on board and as you start doing things and as you're talking to folks, you're going to find that everyone here is focused on their own journey. And I'm making sure that you have a journey in everything, down to even just, if you say you're going to go to happy hour or you're going to the restaurant, that meal itself is meant to be a journey. And like all journeys, it's meant to take its own time. They don't want you to feel rushed at any point while you're on board. The whole idea of this ocean state of mind is just think about the waves coming onto the shores and how relaxing that is. And that center of peace that you get when you go to the beach and you're just watching these waves gently roll. And the point of this journey is that every day is supposed to have that feeling from morning to night. And you get to have the type of experience that you want to have because one of their center pillars for the whole brand is choice. So when you get on board, it's not like anything else you've ever seen. Even boarding was drastically different.
It was.
I mean, you go in and yes, they gave you an approximate boarding time, and that's how it worked. There was no rushing, there was no fighting, there was no like, oh my God, I gotta get on board and do this right away. It was nothing. It was very peaceful, it was very organized, there was not any chaos at the terminal. It really, and what was amazing about it is that week before we boarded, they even changed the terminal for them. So it was new for them as well. It was like their first day dealing with where they were at the port in Miami. And it flawless. It was flawless. As soon as we walk in the terminal building, people are like, "Oh, you're here for this. Come this way." And they literally would just walk you all the way through to make sure that you found yourself and got to the right place. Totally different experience than anything of what anybody's looking for. Um, so keep in mind, it is a journey. It is not meant to be rushed. It is meant to be enjoyed every step of the way. And the attitude that comes through this really starts at the top here and works all its way down through the entire ship. And it is when we are going to be posting some videos this week for everybody. I got to meet the captain and the chief engineer, and we interviewed them. We met the entertainment director, everything. I think we have like 9 or 10 interviews of different crew members. We even interviewed one of the morning baristas. And it's just, I just say that because I want you to see the attitude from the top to the bottom is just one where everyone's legitimately happy to be here and they actually want to help you and make your day better. And the barista this morning that we were interviewing literally turns around and he said, "Well, I walk in every day and I have to be excited and I have to be happy because I have the best job in the place. Look at the view I have when he came in." And again, that view also comes about because of something else. The rooms are truly, truly unique. And you're going to see that in a minute because we are broadcasting live from one of the suites on board the ship. Actually, we're not in a suite, we're in the owner's residence. No, I lied to you there too. We're not in the owner's residence. We are in one of the residences, but not the owner's residence. But when you see this, I specifically made sure that we had this one available tonight because I know a lot of you traveled families want to be able to go ahead and have like entertainment with and entertain within your cabins. You trust me, this is not a cabin. They don't do cabins. Everything about this so drastically different. Floor to ceiling windows, everything. This is an all suites ship. And when you see what's included and how they do this, it is completely, you're going to be amazed, especially with the press. But anyway, let's talk about the captain and the chief engineer. When I met them, one of the first, it was an honor or privilege to meet them because the captain of the ship is I was actually the first female officer to bring a ship out of the shipyard. And this is actually her second one, I think she said, right?
Yeah, correct.
And truly amazing person, amazing woman, incredibly intelligent. But her principles of why she joined and why she wanted to do this with Explora Journeys all related to the idea that it had a guest centric approach and she felt it share that MSD and the Aponte family really shared her vision for respect for the ocean and a passion for the ocean, as well as exploration and discovery. And that's going to come back to factor into all the brand pillars that you have, because this is not a ship. This is not an ocean voyage vessel that just stops at a port to check it off. We've all been on that cruise ship that stopped at a port and you were there for 4 or 5 hours, and next thing you know, you were gone. I mean, you didn't even have time to get off the port, right? This is one where you are focused on everything very differently. As it's a smaller ship, you only can have about a little over 900 guests at full capacity, right? I say smaller, but not really. But it's a smaller ship, so you only have about those 900 guests. But the thing is, they like to go to ports that are non-traditional. They are going to take you places that you cannot get to on other ships. And it's really unique in terms of they really want you to be able to have that immersive experience. So when you come on board, again, the whole thing about the journey, you get on board and you get to go ahead and everything's going to be part of that journey every day. It's an experience. It's not focused on time. That's why they stay so long in the ports. The idea is that they want you to be able to actually fully experience what the different cultures are that you go to. And the outings themselves, a bunch of you have been on Virgin Voyages, and you know you have Richard's Choice as as something that you get and these all of these excursions would be a Richard's Choice. It is completely different than what you're expecting. It's not going to be the run of the mill. Okay, let's go hey salsa. It's going to be or dance in the court, right? And you get into the like center of you don't even make it to the center of the town, and then everybody's there. No, these are all of a sudden we went up and go visit an indigenous tribe, and where they will cook for you, where you will share in cooking that meal for that day with everyone. It's just an amazing experience overall, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that here in a second. But again, that guest centric experience all the way through. So let me kind of talk to you a little bit and let's see if we got this working today. Let's see if we taught this old one a new trick. Look at this. I actually got something working. So here is your Explorer Journeys. This is Explorer I. This is the only ship they have currently. The second one is coming out very quickly. It will be out this year, just so everybody knows. But again, I want to point out something. It is all suites. Okay, all suites. When you check out this ship, the other thing you're going to find is that there's, you know how, for those of you that have been on Virgin, you have those small, intimate spaces, and that kind of promote you meeting other people. I thought Virgin had done it well in terms of promoting that interaction. Completely, to this is to a whole different degree. And even with the entertainers, even with the staff, even with the people on board, you end up having interpersonal relationships with all of them. So it is truly unique in terms of how we do this. Um, Again, it is an ocean. The whole concept behind this was to make every voyage that you have more of an ocean journey. When they designed the program, what you see there on the right-hand side, that's the lobby bar. This is not a cruise ship. I can't say it enough. It's an ocean voyage. And I have to let you know, the whole thing is these are not cabins, they are luxury at sea. Okay, it is literally a home at sea. Was going to tell them about that, but hey, I'll let you know. There was over 20,000 different luxury travelers that were interviewed, and that were involved in the consultative process of what to do with this brand and how to do it. The four brand pillars are basically space, and that I have to show you, that is the lobby bar. It's meant to be like a hotel. So you come in and then you find your place. And then when they talk to you about when you go to your home away from home, they respect your space, they respect your time. They don't want to invade it. It's your home, and they treat it as such when they come through. Second brand principle here would be choice. The third being the design, and lastly, those immersive journeys as we go through. Now, let's talk to you a little bit about the space, just because it is truly amazing. Again, Explorer I coming out, Explorer II, and what it all includes. The first thing you need to know is what your voyage fare includes on board. This is, as I said, luxury redefined at sea. I think Scott was kind of blown away by some of the things that were included, non included.
Right.
It's you have everything. It is an all inclusive journey. So you get a sophisticated, varied culinary experience. Absolutely. The food on board the ship.
It's phenomenal. It's been amazing.
And this comes from somebody who's, normally has trouble finding things that he can eat because remember he likes that good old boy food from the South, right? So, but he on board, it was like the first night we went to a special restaurant. We'll talk about it in a second. But how was your meal?
I mean, it was amazing. I mean, it was just I can't put it into words because it was so good and there was so much of it. If you wanted more, you just got more. No
No,
problem.
absolutely, absolutely, and of course, everything's made to order. There's not. This is not a. It's just done differently. Um, Unlimited beverages, unlimited fine wines, unlimited premium spirits. When you go and if you order a vodka tonic, they're going to say, "Hey, do you want Grey Goose or do you want Absolute or do you want?" And they had tons of other brands that they were offering. Bourbons, whiskeys, you name it, was all there. Would you want to grab that she might be checking up on us tonight. So again, when you're going through this, all alcohol is included. Now, a few of you know that Scott has a thing for champagne because we may have taken the good old country boy to Paris one time and then he got the DTs from it, right? So the thing is, we may have that. That being said, of course, champagne is included in it as well. As a matter of fact, when you get to your room, when you get to your luxury home, you will have a bottle of champagne and a bottle of the spirit of your choice waiting in your room. So not only did we have a bottle of champagne in there, but we actually had a bottle of Jack Daniels and
Well, we chose that because you get to choose.
oh, that's right.
You get to choose what spirit you want, and there's a list of spirits that you could choose. Because you don't have to choose spirits. You can choose red wine, you can choose white wine, you've got the spirits, whatever you want. So you got to choose that from your in-suite host.
Yes, yes. And we also had a bottle, I think, of Absolute or something in there as well,
Hmm.
and some other stuff. I mean, it's just amazing. Um, Again, everything about this authentic, cultured, and intuitive service. And when I say that, I mean, if you look a little confused, and you all know that's my natural state, right? If you look a little confused, it's amazing to me because all of a sudden these people come in and they'll just look at you and they'll be like, "Do you need help? Where are you trying to go?" And they actually try to help you.
They take you there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They don't just say, "Oh, it's just down the hall to the right." No, they'll take you to that spot and tell you exactly where anything is.
I, crazy. You also get with the voyage fare, you also get access to the spa thermal area. Now, when we hear in cruising access, we all think immediately, oh, they're going to charge me more. It was just no. No, they actually want you to be able to go use all the thermal spa, everything else in there. There's no upcharge for any of that. Again, this is all inclusive luxury. It is just amazing. There's a whole well-being and fitness programs, all of those things included. But I am also going to let you know they do believe they have something called Techno Gym. Now, this Techno Gym is in every single room. They also have things on the television that you can immediately program and do anything with. And they have equipment like the Peloton, like all those other ones. But here we are in one of the residences, and here's our little every single room has a techno gym in it as well. It's got your bar bands, it's got all I mean, yoga mats, you name it. And of course, there's tons of classes on the television, or you can go use the fitness studio. A word about that. We did not make it, even though we planned on going. And even though it's only two doors down from us. And the thing that's funny about that, it's two doors down from us. I'm also going to let you know we never heard it. And literally, it was two doors down. And I mean, we would have the balcony. Forget it. Um, well-being and fitness programs all throughout. They do rituals during the day if you want to join in the yoga studio. They did something with sounding where they had these big brass bowls if anybody wanted to go in. And again, all this is of course included. Anything you want to do, complimentary Wi-Fi throughout the ship. Here's the thing: when you see these videos and we're able to post them, we were going to try and broadcast some of them for you here. It's there's no point in us doing it. Um, they're just because you're gonna get sucked into them because these people were just so interesting that with whom we were able to speak. It, completely different experience than most of the other cruise lines where we've done these interviews. The Wi-Fi though on the ship is such I've been able to get through to everything. I've been able to actually continue doing everything. It's Earth Sat Link. So you actually have high speed. We are broadcasting, and this is important. We're on a day at sea. We left Colombia. We're on our way to Panama. We are out in the middle of the ocean right now. And look at this Wi-Fi that we have. We're broadcasting live. So this is fantastic because I can let you know that several of you, I have checked some of your bookings, and I do have an appointment with a certain vendor supplier that shall not be named to go ahead and make sure that all your stuff is actually entered correctly because now it's showing on my end but it's still not showing on yours and it's really getting me there. So just so that way you know, again, all gratuities of course are included. Everything is included. Now let's talk about the room. Most of you probably think that is a huge upgraded room here.
That's the standard, right?
That's the entry level.
Ocean Terrace Suites.
That is an ocean terrace. Now, with respect to the ocean terraces, they actually have 371 of those ocean suites. They have those, and they have one that's called a grand ocean terrace. Literally, they have walk-in closets. Yes. So, whoever can coordinate this for me, please go ahead and sell our belongings. We live here now. Okay, there's no comparison. You have 377 square feet. It's they're among the largest, completely in the largest in the category, and they are very very light filled. We are in right now. It's pitch black outside. There's actually today was an overcast day, but it was a beautiful day. But it was overcast, and it is forget the sun. It's way down. And I don't think anyone sees that. It sees that we have darkness surrounding us. But when we take you outside and show you this room, you're going to see it really is that dark. And look at the light filled in this room to begin with. But because they have do you all see that floor to ceiling window? Amazing. Heated bathroom floors.
That's where I will sleep.
I told the lady, if you come in and see me laying down on the bathroom floor, I'm not hurt. I'm just resting my back. Right? Heated bathroom floors. I mean, this is crazy. When I say this is luxury defined, I was just like, why are my feet hot the other day? I didn't realize I flipped a light switch and suddenly it wasn't a light switch. I had turned the floors on. And I'm sitting there going, why are my feet so hot? What's wrong with me? No, there was nothing wrong. I had just turned, I was an idiot and I turned the floor on, didn't know, right? So it just absolutely over the top. Again, your total suite area is going to be about 35, 39 square meters. That's about 377, 420 square feet. Um, Amazing rooms. Absolutely. And what's funny is when I say attention to detail, one of the videos I'm putting up actually shows you it where you see that couch in this, which of course there's are some that pull out into a couch. Oh, by the way, these are also true king beds. Now there are a few rooms that have that you could they do have a couple rooms available where you can get two twins, but these are true kings that are in the room.
And comfortable.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yes. But there's the artwork above that couch. It's really funny because the again, attention to detail. They have a library on board the ship. They have everything else. There's books there designed to promote you going and relaxing and just sitting out on your lovely terrace and reading. But you also have a two-person day bed on your terrace. This is the entry level suite with a two-person day bed. Plus, you have a table and chairs out there. And of course, room service is included. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
No upcharge.
No upcharge at all. Everything is completely included. If you want, and you have an in-room refrigerator that will get stocked every day. Okay. Your suite person comes in and takes care of everything. Apparently we're not allowed to take her home though. That has been a little disappointing to find that out. But I mean, truly, it's like, and if you want something else, you just call and say, "Hey, can I get this sent up to the room?" It's there in no time. The other day, we called in, and it was particularly we had a rough day at sea one day, and we had called for the room service, and it was funny. She goes, "I'm sorry, it's probably going to take a little longer than usual. I'm going to think it's going to be about 35 minutes. 35 minutes is longer than usual for everything. It was amazing to me. So again, this is the entry level suite. Look at that bathroom. The bathroom products are over the top. Um, Plenty of room in the bathroom. You don't have to. You can actually both stand in there without any problem. The shower is large enough for you and a couple of friends. It's amazing.
Plus a walk-in closet and dressing area, makeup mirror for the ladies.
Yes, we now blow dry our beards with Dyson hair dryers.
Because that's what's in the rooms.
I
Sweet.
Yes, Dyson hair dryers and a makeup table, everything. We don't know what to do with the makeup table, but I'm now just going to invent another beer juice for it or something as we're doing it. So again, next step up. This is not, we aren't in the residences yet. This is the penthouse. And there's a couple different levels of penthouse, but the important thing about seeing the penthouse is that the bedroom area is separate. So you have a desk, you'll have a couch, you have a whole living area, as well as a dining area. We have a dining room table in our residence, in our penthouse.
And the bedroom closes the doors. You actually close it off. So if
Mhm.
you want to get up and work early or you want to sleep in, I never knew he was up because the door's closed and you can't hear anything out there.
No, it's plus you also have your espresso machine. You heard me correctly, in the unit as well as honestly, I don't know. They're really after experiencing this, I don't know how else to say to see it, but it is a complete, we've done all the luxury cruise lines that are out there as well. This one is truly unique in the way that they're approaching the experience, and the price point for them is absolutely, I mean, it can be amazing as we get through it. But again, on the penthouses, there are 67 of those. Your total suite area can be anywhere from 70 square to 149 square meters. That's about anywhere from 753 to, are you ready for this? 1,600 square feet. This is 1,600 square feet in your home away from home. And in terms of storage in that room, I just can't I mean, when the Ocean Terrace itself has a walk-in closet, right? And then that was the entry level. This one again, over the top. They have and they think of everything, level of detail. Anyone been at sea on a bad day, and all of a sudden all the hangars start rattling against each other because the boat's rocking a little or something? No, they actually put rubber across the top to stop the hangars from rattling. So that way, if you do have a bad sea, you don't hear the clanging of anything. It is outrageous. And of course, they're wood hangers with everything else. Then you get to the residences. Now, the residences come in all shapes and sizes. And if you're somebody who really wants interior but could care less about the exterior, well, even there could care less about the exterior has a pretty damn big terrace out there. But then they have others that, I mean, you're over three. They have they have some of the residences, the owner's residence being the largest, goes all the way up to 3,014 square feet, which of course is 280 square meters. So it is pretty amazing. Um, Again, what I am going to suggest to you is, would anyone like to see what one of these ocean residences looks like? Because I said, okay, Karen wants to see it, so we have to show the residence. Now, Scott does the room tours pretty well, but I'm gonna let you know, this one in particular. We are in the very front of the ship. So this residence is truly, and to give you an idea, the owner's residence itself, when you get to that one, it has its own little plunge pool up there and whirlpool, and you would not believe this thing. But we are in one of the residences. This one I love if you are someone who wants to entertain in your cabin. But why don't you go ahead and we'll let you showcase our lovely residence. I'll clean up our little desk area that we're using so they don't. All right, I'm going to carry this. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing for a second, just solely so that way I can make sure. Okay, good. We're good, right? And if I blow that up, right? So that should be okay, right? Yeah, like this. Okay, so I could go back out to the front door here, right? Yes. Okay. And anyone, feel free to turn your volume on and shout if you want to see something that I'm not showing. Because I'm walking backwards.
Okay, so we are in this residence. So come on in. We're on the front door. Again, attention to detail is you have your key cards that control all of your lighting, heating, air, as well as your smart wall, which controls things. I haven't figured that out yet, so that's okay. You walk in first. You have to talk about it. You can get first people regular gas. This is just a half bath. It's a meditation. You know there's a closet in here? I did not know there was a closet in here.
Oh my God.
You can put extra clothes in here. Again, and now we're in the living room slash dining room slash everything area. So, of course, we have a huge screen TV, which has a lot of the live local channels, depending on there's like Tampa, Orlando, there's some New York, there's some LA. Then they also have, because we're in
A lot of European channels.
European channels, you have the UK channels as well. And then you have, of course, your bar area slash and then espresso.
Can they see it? You see their photo?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is good.
All right. So we've got all that. The bar area, you'll notice there's a bottle of Scotch whiskey sitting up there already. Then, of course, you have your espresso machine, which functions and as well as an electric kettle for your tea. Over here, you have obviously a huge selection of tea and coffees that they will do. Below all of that you see is actual storage for anything that you've brought here, for clothing, what have you. Because keep in mind, we haven't shown you the bedroom, but this is just the wall in the entertainment wall in this room. Let's.
Then we have the dining room table,
Oh, okay, here.
which is where we're at.
This is where we've made a mess. I want to be clear, that did not look like that. You'll notice as all our materials are there.
And the living area. And again, we're at the front of the ship.
Nice.
So we have, I mean, this is huge. You could have 10 people sitting here with no problem.
They had actually an event in here that had, I believe, I think she said 32 people seated comfortably in here. Thank you, because I can't see what how everything's looking as they do it. Now, one thing I want to point out, again, they think of everything in these rooms and that everything's available for you. Can you see, hopefully, this lovely bag from the Bottega collection here, Bottega collection, and that's in all of these rooms for use as people come through. They also, those black bottles over there, you want to spin it so they can see the logo and make sure that they
You're
can see.
on one bottle that's in everyone's room.
For use while you're on board, you don't have to carry anything with you. And then, of course, you have a lovely desk area.
I'm gonna do some work on here. I don't think so. Um, you do have both the European and 110 about voltage, so you don't have to worry about having the adapters.
And when we say it's pitch black outside, please know that this full length window here, you're seeing the very front of the ship. You see everything. It is fantastic, but it is pitch black out here. Oh, wait, look at the MSC towels with the mandala for them. Those towels are larger than they are. I mean, I have to pull them in. Yeah, they are. They are. I can't even like wrap myself in it because it'll drag it on the ground.
And of course, opening the door.
And this one is the smallest terrace that any of the owners' residences, ocean residences has. Any of the ocean residences.
But you have a sitting area with your table. And pulling it down. We don't have to go in right now. You're on a private hot tub, jacuzzi, whirlpool, out on the veranda. And now we're going to back up. But I do want to make sure that I close the door. Because again, the air conditioner will escape. So now we're going to go to the other side. This is just one side. We're going to go to the other side of the suite.
Yeah, you haven't seen the bedroom yet.
So we're walking in. First of all, this is the walk-in closet. You have two shelves for closets. But look, storage space.
You got to be careful how you're opening. Nobody can see it.
Storage, more storage space.
And what I love is to look at this for jewelry. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm trying my best here.
Then,
We're going from.
now we got this way.
We're going this way first.
We're in the bedroom.
Okay, explain what that logo is around it.
So we're coming into the bedroom.
Here at the bedroom.
King size bed. But look, there's a little mat on the bed. This is so when you pack, it's on my bed for tonight because we're leaving tomorrow. You put your luggage on there so you don't ruin the sheets. So they put it on the bed for you when you arrive, put it on the bed for you when you get ready to leave. Just those little extras. And again, because one TV is not enough. You have a second big screen TV. And makeup area, dressing area as well.
Diffuser.
Which you have a diffuser, and of course your Dyson hair dryer.
That's a beard dryer. And they also, every single room also has binoculars in them for you to use while you're here. And these are not just any binoculars. I think those who can see them, if you can see them, you'll know that these are, I mean.
And because we don't have enough space, we have more storage area in the bedroom. But now, let's go into
By the way, there is a dressing mirror. And I guess I don't know what you're going to put in here, but yeah, you do have more.
So now we're in the bathroom. Okay.
Mhm. With
So
the
this
heated floors.
is floor, a regular toilet, and a bidet. And then let's bring her this way. This is the walk-in shower with the rain drop shower head. And just because, one shower is not enough, you also have a tub to soak in the tub as well. And of course, you still don't have enough storage for all your stuff. And then you have more storage, and then of course your bathroom vanity as well. So, but you have the dressing table out there too. So
I
you can
believe
dress
it is.
and you know,
Just in case you need more
more
storage.
storage. So again, and then the bath towels again are those huge towels that
There's there.
wrap around you. That was just a little sneak peek.
And keep in mind the towels that you're seeing and the blankets and all the other stuff, they're for everybody. It is not just the owner's residence or the ocean residence that gets those. It is literally everyone. And that's the thing that's so important about it. So, I mean, every single one has that. So when you're seeing these finishes, don't think, oh, that's because it's an ocean residence that you're getting that. No, they have bags like that. In they may not be the Bottega collection, but we have bags in our room for us to use. Um, there are binoculars in our room for us to use, and we're not in an ocean residence. Okay, so it really does make a huge difference on how they do things. And as we click over,
We're going to go back to the presentation.
yeah, okay. So again, now this is a view of the ocean residence. What is important about that? Again, that's over 3,000 square feet. To give you an idea, I mean, the chandelier in there is not just it's not just a lighting fixture, of course. It absolutely is a work of art. Truly was impressed with all of these things. How big is the bathroom? May I see it again? Absolutely, Paul. Yeah, give us a second. We will be more than happy to walk you through that bathroom. But it is just over the top. And when I say it's over the top, again, to keep in mind that the brand pillars are about choice, immersion, right? Immersion of cultures and exploration. So the culinary experience is on board. First, there's anthology. Now, again, everything's included, but one restaurant, Anthology, is the only one that is not included in the fare. And that is because it's a special package. It is not something for everyone. I'm going to be clear. We went to it the very first night. I was very excited about it. Scott didn't know when we were last in New York. I actually took him to the chef that is currently on board for the Anthology restaurant. We went to her restaurant in New York, and he did not know that. But then when we got here, I knew they always have a Michelin starred chef that who runs this one restaurant for a very brief period of time. Could be 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Usually about 3 months, I think is kind of in the average for it. But they'll come on board. That one is something I think it was around 170 euro per person if you went to it. And then it was a little bit more than that if you added the wine pairing with it. But you didn't have to. You could have whatever you wanted. That was worth it. That Michelin star chef does an exclusive menu. It's a tasting menu, several courses, and you really get a feel for what made them a Michelin starred chef. And it's just a complete culinary experience. And it is an experience. It is a journey. So unlike, normally a lot of times we'll go to dinner and we kind of feel like we're almost a little bit rushed and you feel like you have to hurry and hurry. Not here. To give you an idea of how Explorer approached things originally, they actually were criticized a little bit originally by people thinking that they didn't have activities and experience for them to go to. It's because they used to not announce the formal start and stop times. The reason for that, again, is everything's about that emotional connection and the interpersonal connections. So if you were at dinner and you were having a great time, they didn't want you to feel like you needed to be rushed to get somewhere because they would have because they have things starting every almost every hour on the hour, there's something somewhere starting. And you'll see that because there's, again, choice is one of the main principles. But even their approach to entertainment is a little bit different. The entertainers here, they're experts in their field. They are folks, they've done all of, if it's a musical thing or something like that, they've done all their own arrangements. I was blessed today to meet the person, we call him the traveling director, but basically he is in charge of and oversees everything for all the different shows and productions that they have and the activities. They have luminaries on board. They are scholars and they are experts in their field that will come in and talk to you and do talks about what the next port is, why that's something that you might want to see. And if you didn't know anything about it, give you a little cultural history. And they actually will even oversee and run excursions themselves. So it's one where you kind of get to learn a lot and do things. Really, really fun, really different. But again, so you have anthology. Go ahead. You have anthology. That's the main one. Then you also have, I'll tell you, the one that's one you would make a reservation for. Then you have Sakura. Sakura. What do you think of Sakura, Scott?
Sakura is it was very, very good, but it's not what I think most people would think. If you're thinking Chinese or Japanese, it's not. It's a blend of all Asian foods, but it's inspired by
It's they call it an immersive pan Asian inspired dining. So and when I say it's pan Asian inspired, just to give you an idea, lamb chops are not something that is normally on the menu at any of these restaurants, right? I highly recommend the lamb chops, by the way, at the Pan Asian restaurant Sakura. It was truly a unique experience to see that. The food was over the top great, and when I say it's some of the stuff's non-traditional. One of those things was Scott was told to try
the black sesame ice cream. And I was like, what?
yeah, that did not sound good. Okay, it just did not sound good to us.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I asked them if they could fill my bathtub with it. It was just amazing. It was, I mean, it really was. I told them, I said, we got to go back. Um, so there was score. Then we also have, and I hate these little things where I have to keep moving this, but then Marble and Company. Now, Marble and Company is the steakhouse that is on board. It is a redefined European style steakhouse experience. It is, you are not rushed out the door, multiple courses, of course. It is truly amazing. I mean,
Yeah, the great thing about it, if you want a filet, you can get a filet. You want a ribeye, porterhouse. At least they also had a sirloin.
yeah.
They also had a tomahawk steak, no upcharge. Tomahawk steak was included, but they also had like mashed potatoes. They had a baked potato. They had other different sides, and then they had table side Caesar salads that they made for you. So you could tell them, I didn't want the anchovies. Love Caesar salad, just not don't want the anchovies. How much cheese to put on it? How many croutons that you wanted? They made it for you at your table.
And then, so truly amazing. Phil Rouge. And keep in mind, there's no more than 900 passengers on board the ship at any time, right? It's a right around 900 is at full capacity. So reservations are recommended at a couple of the restaurants. They're not necessarily required. But this is a lot of restaurant choice for plus in-room dining for that many passengers. I mean, when you see these restaurants, they're not small by any stretch, and it's kind of amazing. So Phil Rouge, I had that is one of the places you can go to for breakfast as well as dinner. It is French-inspired international cuisine. I want to point out we're Explora Journeys, so if we have a version of eggs Benedict, it's going to have caviar on top. So just going to let you know, yeah, the caviar this morning on the well, I guess it was I had
You had a eggs, what do you call it? Eggs and spinach,
Florentine,
yeah,
right?
Florentine.
Right, but it wasn't.
We
I didn't have
didn't
a
call
muff.
it that.
It wasn't a muffin. It was a brioche.
The brioche bun,
Yeah,
brioche bread.
yeah, with caviar on top. So I mean, again, everything's over the top, luxurious, excellent. Then Med Yacht Club that celebrates the flavors of the Mediterranean. Really excellent
So
fish
again,
there last night.
steaks, lamb, lots of seafood. Because if you've been into the Mediterranean, you know that they do a lot of seafood items.
And then you have the equivalent of what some people would call the galley, or there's certainly no buffet, right? What I would call the Emporium Marketplace, that is a gourmet food hall.
Correct. So they had everything for, I mean, for breakfast, they had scrambled eggs to hash to bacon and sausage to different types of pancakes and waffles, or make your own omelet, and
Crepes.
they made them, your omelets there. They made the crepes, whatever you wanted in the crepe there. They had fresh fruits and cereals and breads, every type of bread I think you can imagine.
Eggs Benedict. It had a traditional like European breakfast. Absolutely. Of course, it's a European European ocean voyage line. So again, all of that was available to everybody. There's no shortage of that. But let's talk about what happens at dinner, because that's the thing that's amazing. When I say it is a gourmet food hall, um, it's a luxury gourmet food hall. So the very first night I walk in and I'm like, oh look, and there's a station that is dedicated to grilling seafood only. And of course, what was there? We had grilled lobster. There was another station, of course, where you could get grilled steak.
There was lobster, there was shrimp, there was scallops. Then there was another station right beside it.
Well, they had six different types of fish, literally the first night, available at the grilling station.
But there was ceviche at the area, and raw oysters
Mhm.
that and they don't care how many you got. And then you had the sushi station.
There's a whole separate sushi and sashimi station. Then there's a session dedicated to the raw bar, as well as ceviche, all different types of ceviches, fruits, vegetables. There's salad stations, there's sandwich stations, there's a pizza place, I mean, you name it. And again, everything, of course, over the top. Um, Steaks, hamburgers, everything at all times. So keep that in mind. Really kind of amazing. Um, Scott, you know how Scott does not like a buffet or anything like that. Every time when it's time to eat, I'm like, where do you want to go? And he'll be like, well, we can go to the Emporium. Just because the amount of food that's there, how good it is. The homemade pasta,
Oh
six
yeah.
or seven different types of pasta every day, different type of ravioli with specials. Today's lunch ravioli opportunity, there were seven different types of pasta. The lunch ravioli was with prime rib. It was prime rib stuffed ravioli.
And then today the carving station had game Cornish, no, it wasn't Cornish hens, it was
No,
chicken,
no, they had Cornish hens today.
and prime rib
Yeah.
for lunch.
Mhm. So again, food is over the top. You will not have a lack of choice when it comes to food. Um, there is one other place to eat, but it's a different type. Again, we're doing an immersive experience. Has anyone ever wanted to like just go cook and learn how to cook a dish from a master chef? And when I say master chef, this man he's from France. He is a master chef. He is amazing, great personality. He's a lot of fun. They have something called Chef's Kitchen. And today he taught people how to make two or three different types of risotto. And it's a special thing. You sign up for it in advance. It's a workshop. He takes you in the room, gives you recipes, talks to you about it, teaches you how to do it. Then you show up and he basically walks you through how to go ahead and create all these things. It was so much fun to watch people with this, and people come out of that and they just have the best time. And he is so entertaining, and he wanted. I mean, even when I was just filming stuff for him, he the way that he entertains with everyone, the way he talks to everyone, he gets everybody a glass of wine, and then he says, "Now we're gonna cook," right? A la Julia Child style. So it just is amazing. And then don't forget, of course, you always still have an in-room suite dining.
Which has everything from shrimp tail to steaks to salmon or whatever.
And then this again is the lobby bar, because again, one of the principles was space. In order to have choice, in order to have everything, you have to be able to have like lots of space for everyone. That's why these homes are different. These are luxury homes at sea. They're not. It's not a cruise ship cabin by any stretch. And even down to what they've done in the common spaces is different, and on registration check-in, all of that. The guest services area, you're not going to one standard area. You'll go in and it's secluded, and you'll have one spot where there's several desks for people to go ahead and help you with whatever you want to do on board. Um, and everyone is willing to help you with whatever you want to do on board. In terms of opportunities, the lounges, everything, let me tell you, there are 6 different lounges on board the ship, and there are shows constantly happening everywhere. When I say show, there is no huge theater production because there's no theater on board this ship. It's not meant to do that. However, when they come out, like the you can go in that lobby bar and they have a contract with Steinway. There are 3 Steinway pianos on board. They have the singers on board are truly amazing. And the one woman, Justine, she'll play in the at the lobby bar at one point. Up on the 5th floor, the lobby bar is not on the fourth, but it's right there. It's that dual storage. You can hear everything. Then they come out when they're performing. It's it's something where they're given freedom in their performance, so they can change songs, they can do things because they have a huge repertoire of accompaniments and mixings that they and original work that they've done for these different performances. And they're interactive. They actually come off the stage and come up and talk to you. So again, this is about interpersonal relationships, and you develop them with the folks on board the ship. There's the Malt Whiskey Bar, Journeys Lounge, Astor and Sky Bar, Crema. Crema is the coffee place where we had a friend, the barista, there this morning, and then the Explorer Lounge. But again, all of them have live entertainment, all types.
Crema Cafe, I mean, that's your coffee. That's your frappuccinos, your macchiatos, your cappuccinos. That's the only thing I know from all those
He
coffee.
doesn't drink any coffee.
It's all included. There's no upcharge for any of those specialty drinks.
Mhm.
And they have little snacks that you can do, and they change them depending on if it's breakfast, lunch, slash dinner time. There's little sandwiches, there's petit fours, there's cookies,
Well, and the Explorer Lounge is the one that has also high tea every day. And by the way, that was very good.
and high tea was included.
Yes, everything's included all through the ship. Then just so you get an idea, there's actually 3 pools, not 2. 3 pools, one indoor pool with a retractable glass roof. On the 3 pools, one of them is an adults only pool. This is it's an ocean voyage, and the residences certain as well as the ocean terraces certainly are welcome for families, but it's not a ocean voyage that markets necessarily to families. But because of the way that they have these the different residences and ocean terraces, a lot of them combine both internally and externally on the balcony. So if you wanted to have multiple families together, you can very easily. But it's not like the ship is overwhelmed with children. That being said, I think I would like to actually be a child on this ship. It's simply because the Nautilus Club that they have for children, we interviewed the woman who runs that program. And I will let you know that I did try to sign Scott in for the day. And it almost worked. I mean, she was willing to do it, and but she said I had to pick him up every night. So I don't know. It was just, but there was so much to do there and the way that they run that program, it's kid focused. It's not focused on, and they focus the kid, and it's educational focused as well. So it just is a unique program. It's done very well. The kids don't want to leave. They seriously don't want to leave, even if they didn't want to go. And if they didn't want to go in the first place, by the time the day is over, they don't want to leave and they don't want to go back. They want to come, and they always want to come back the next day. It was weird to see all that. And again, but that being said, there were not a lot of kids on the ship. So, um, again, principle here being ocean wellness. The spa is one of the featured things on board the ship. It has truly unique experiences. They do ritual experiences, they do everything. So when you have it, there's 21 different treatment options, including a signature treatment that they have, which is the Ritual of Ocean Renewal. 11 different treatment rooms. Truly, there's a steam room, there's an experience shower, a salt cave. They even have ice balls. I mean, heated marble lounges. The thermal spa is available to everyone. Again, none of this stuff that you're seeing here is stuff that's going to actually cost you more on board this ship. There's also a whole 360 running track aboard, on board the ship. There's external areas where you have forget the in-suite fitness, but you also have rowers and weight equipment and
Basketball, pickleball,
all of that outside.
tennis.
I mean, there's bicycles and rowers outside for folks to use. They're in the mindfulness center. They do yoga. There's things on sleep. They do classes on sleep, therapeutic sound therapy, stress relaxation management. Again, this ocean wellness, this is a picture of some of the outdoor area. Right next to that, there's some rowers and things like that. They do give complimentary classes, and they do have daily and personal training that is available here. And then, of course, there is that in-suite dining.
I'm just back here.
I'm sorry? The other part that you have is the shops that are very different. Of course, you have the only Rolex store at sea. Um, just and they do have special things here that are not available elsewhere.
Tell me was when you said something. Lost here.
Um, so okay, you got that. So and then so a few things that are a little bit different. So the ships again are centered and designed around being a guest centric and home away from home. It is meant to be that luxury home at sea. You have the ocean terrace, that entry level, again, having floor to ceiling windows and just a phenomenal terrace to be able to go out on. You have more space and more choices that you're able to make while on board because there are just so many opportunities and so many different things to do. And you do get to stay in these ports longer. So you get to have a true cultural immersion. And to give you an idea, when we went, the first port that we were in here was Santa Marta, and then we went to Cartagena. When we went to Santa Marta, we went out on by boat to two private different areas, beaches. One had the permit for that beach. It was Playa Cinto. The permit only allowed 100 people there a day. So when you see these photos of just where we were with this beautiful, beautiful beach, no one else, it's literally, there was less than 100 people there. I don't even think there was 40 people there. But I mean, that was like you get to go out and because again, remember, we're able to go to ports with a smaller size ship that other ships can't get to a lot of times. So it's a very different type of experience than what you're doing. You have huge outdoor spaces, vibrant, intimate spaces that give you a quality and attention to detail. This ship is truly just absolutely beautiful. When you see all the photos and some of the reels that we've done, you're going to be amazed. This is a European luxury lifestyle brand. It is not something that you normally would see. Again, it's the whole goal is to get you that ocean state of mind. The destinations are going to be lesser traveled ports, and again, this is going to be exhilarating for you. It's not the point of of getting exhausted, not running all over the place to get exhausted. It's supposed to be actually a deeper understanding of the areas that you go to, hence that immersion into the experience. One thing we're going to do quickly, Scott, do you want to take that in and show the bathroom one more time over so we can do that? And I'm going to let you know. So now I get to tell you some things about what's going on with it. We're going to walk you through that bathroom quickly because we also have a time limit on this.
So we're going into the bathroom. So this is the bathroom we're walking in. And again, we are in the bathroom. It is huge. Again, you have a regular toilet and a bidet. The walk-in shower plus the tub, the lounging tub, plus the vanity as well. So we're coming back out.
Yeah, that was you have to go through your walk-in closet before we can get. I mean, once you get through the walk-in closet, you're good. So, guys, I'm going to let you know kind of some samplings just so you get the idea of the price points and what we get. Everything that you want on these because of the price points that I have and everything. Sorry, you can have this if you want it. You actually will get different things, anything that's online, or any of the other stuff because of my status as a pioneer and some others. You get an additional 5% off of any career beside of what's available online. Now, if I share the screen correctly, I'm going to get this right. No, this one, right? This one. Share that. Yeah, I got to share that and then I got to stop it. I stop that share for a second, clean this, and I can take you in. I know I can do this right. I can do this. I have faith in my ability to get this done somehow. This may not be the way I wanted to do it, but it's going to happen. Here we go. Escape. I can now see your application. Yes. Is it letting me escape out of this? Yes, finally. There we go. All right. So give you a couple of ideas. The very first one being in January 14th of next year. If you want to do a journey from Miami to San Juan to give you a feel for what this would be, going from Miami, day at sea, a couple days at sea, then you get to go to St. Thomas, you get to go to St. Bartholomew, Gustavia, then you get to go to Guadalupe, right? Then back to St. Martin, where you end, and then end your voyage here in San Juan. When you hear these prices, you're just going to be like, that's not even possible. Remember, it includes everything. It includes all the food. It includes the drinks. I mean, you name it, it's included in here. It includes all your alcohol. And I'm not talking about premium. I'm talking about premium alcohol brands. It's just amazing. The price point on that, to give you an idea, is about the starting entry level being that Ocean Terrace, right? 2,726 per person. I just, you pay that now if you're going on, it doesn't matter the cruise line. When you go down and you see that huge terrace, that grand terrace that we just showed you, and that is the price point for it. So, and we do have groups. Now, there's one other thing you need to know. Because of the status that I have with them and being with part of the Virtuoso network, you actually will also get 700 euros of onboard credit. So when I say this is all inclusive experience, that takes care of anything that you might want to do spa related or doing anything with respect to the shore excursions. I mean, it literally, you're getting $700 sorry, 700 euros, not dollars. So 700 euros would be about 760.
What's up today?
It's about $760, just to give you an idea of onboard credit on top of it. So it's kind of neat because you're getting a rebate. Anything that the next group I have going out next year will be on February 14th. Yes, it's a Valentine's cruise. Miami, day at sea, going to Costa Maya, then Belize, Cozumel, day at sea, Key West, and Miami. Going to be an amazing itinerary. Again, this one comes in at 3,116 per person. And again, you get 700 euros to spend on board for anything that you're looking to do. Another group cruise that I have going out is a journey from Istanbul to Athens. Now, this one, I love this voyage because it is not a traditional voyage in terms of where you're in the traditional ports. We go to Istanbul, we have a day at sea, then we actually get to go to another port in Turkey. And if you have not been to Turkey and you're not thinking about the exchange ratio, I will let you know those 700 euros are going to go really, really far when you want to do these. And then, of course, you have Bodrum. We went to Bodrum once, and it's just amazing, amazing.
9 and you're leaving at is 21, so that is 9 o'clock.
Right. So you're in port when we show you these arrival times and departure times. Keep in mind that it is not your normal. You're here for 20 minutes and out. Arrives at 8 a.m. and then and the departure is 1800. 9 leaving at 2100. Rhodes, Greece. So you get in at 8 a.m. You're leaving at 2200. 10 o'clock, right? So and then again, Samos, Greece. Most of these ports, again, you're able to hit some of the smaller islands, some of the smaller ports, and get a really unique feel and a deeper dive into the culture. Arriving at 9, getting out 2200, arriving at 9, getting at 2100. So all of these truly amazing. That one comes with 700 euros and comes in around 3,685 per person. Again, please keep in mind, there's nothing really for you to buy once you get on board unless you want to do a shore excursion or you want to do a spa treatment. Because everything's done. I mean, you have everything, all the food and all your drinks, and all the shows, of course. A journey from, and then I happen to really think this is just an incredible deal. And when you hear these price points, you would have thought that they would have been way up here for all the things that are included. When you look at this room and you see the heated bathroom floors and everything else, it's just truly amazing. So this one here, we do have a fairly sizable group going next December, the 15th through the 21st. A Dubai to Dubai. You overnight the first night in Dubai, and people will turn to me and be like, "Why are we overnighting the first night?" And the real thing is because there's a lot to see and do in Dubai. And trust me, I prefer to overnight on the ship than pay for the hotel room for a comparable hotel room in Dubai. It would it makes a big difference. There was a period of time last year, actually even this year, where it was cheaper for someone to do the cruise through Greece than it was to actually get the hotels in Greece. This is the same thing going on over at Dubai for some of these things. But that basically you go from Dubai to Abu Dhabi, to Doha, then we get to go to Saudi Arabia, have a day at sea, and then back to Dubai. This one comes in around $2,741 per person. And you get $700 or 700 euros of onboard credit. So any of the cruises that you're interested in, let me know. I can let you know if there's feel free to check out their website. I do have my own microsite for them as well, but we don't want to use it. And I'm going to tell you why. I get another 5% off over anything that's online. And I get more onboard credit than what shows online. So just if you're interested in one, you want me to go ahead and get you some pricing, let me know. Their incentives that they have right now go through the end of the 29th of this month. Some of my incentives last after that. But if you're interested in anything, just let me know because I can throw stuff on hold and I can typically hold it for 14 days for you and make sure that you get, so that way you can kind of see if there's something that you like. They do have some transatlantics that are actually pretty interesting as well. Again, they don't really repeat their cruise itinerary very often. They really curate these experiences very differently. So it's not like normal cruise line it's not like again, it's not a cruise line, it's an ocean voyage. So it's very different. And when the Explorer 2 comes out later this year, you'll see that they're both going to be in the Caribbean for a while. And there are some really good Caribbean deals that are going on now.
Correct. And you can just go and look and see, and there's so many different dates and so many different options available.
Absolutely. So again, thank you all for coming out. I really appreciate you joining us tonight. I wanted to just give you the idea in case and walk you through anything, and to walk you through the process and show you this before we left. Just in case anybody had any questions or wanted to see anything else. Did anyone find the this lovely ocean residence offensive here, or what did you think?
Mute themselves.
Feel free to unmute yourself, or I see a bunch of thumbs up and everything, and I appreciate that. It was just truly right. It was just crazy on the difference here. The ocean terrace, when you see, I apologize because that slide does not really give you the feel for the entry level room, that home away from home entry level room. When you see how big that is, and the idea that there's a walk-in closet and the heated bathroom floors on your entry level room, I mean, that's just amazing to me. It truly has been just a wonderful experience, food wise, culture wise, champagne.
And not Prosecco or Cava.
Yeah, no, actually, that's right.
Champagne.
I haven't found Prosecco or Cava. It's only champagne. So, the struggles I have, I only have champagne available to me right now. It's a hard life. It really is. But if anyone needs anything, if you have any questions, please let me know. If there's anything you all want to know, for the love of God, please feel free to unmute yourself, shout a question out. Anyone wants to see anything else, let me know. I can get you, if I haven't already, there's a lot of video that's going to be going up. I do have video of the owner's residence, so you are aware. We did lose Scott in the owner's residence when we were trying to do the videos. We went a different direction. None of us could find him for a good 5 minutes. That should give you an idea of how fun that was. But just let us know anything that you want. We do leave tomorrow. We'll be off the ship, but we still got a day here that we can get some videos for you if you want anything.
Okay.
All right.
Hey!
I see little people. So,
Next time.
all right, guys. Well, till next time, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Thank you. I apologize now for the fact that there were 3 different Eventbrite rooms. I have no idea how that happened, but you all have merged together somehow. I mean, I have 3 screens that are showing me all of you. And it's funny because you only can see parts of each other, and I have no idea how Eventbrite did that, but you know what? It's okay. We all got together. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out, and I'm really appreciative of the fact that everybody was able to join. Have a great night, guys.
See ya.
Bye-bye.